In the quiet suburbs of Tasmania, a young woman vanished without a trace. No screams, no struggle, no witnesses. Just a life cut off suddenly, leaving her family and a small community in disbelief. Authorities were baffled. Locals whispered about the forest's dark secrets. But the deeper the investigation went, the stranger the clues became. Something about this disappearance didn't add up, and some questions may never be answered. Selene Creme was 27, known for her infectious laughter and a quiet determination that marked her work at the local library. Friends described her as dependable, thoughtful, and observant, someone who always noticed the little details others overlooked. Her life seemed ordinary, filled with routines and comfort zones. Yet on that fateful evening, she broke them all, stepping into a reality that no one could have predicted. Selene had a small circle of close friends, and she was very close to her family. Her father often described her as cautious but curious, a combination that made her trustworthy yet adventurous. She had recently started taking long walks near the forest to think, reflecting a desire to escape the pressures of daily life. These walks would ultimately play a role in her disappearance. On the morning of her disappearance, Selene followed her usual routine, visiting the local market, buying groceries, and stopping briefly at a cafe. Neighbors noted her cheerful demeanor, though some sensed a quiet anxiety. That evening, she told a friend she would go for a walk near the forest edge, a place she often visited to clear her mind. That was the last, confirmed. When Selene didn't return home, friends alerted her family and police were called. Search teams scoured the forest, tracking dogs, combed trails, and volunteers joined in the effort. Despite all these efforts, nothing was found. No footprints, no personal items, no signs of struggle. It was as if she had vanished into thin air. Weeks later, investigators found small but puzzling clues: a lone scarf near a creek, footprints that ended abruptly, and small objects that didn't belong to Selene. These anomalies hinted at either foul play or something far stranger. Investigators struggled to create a coherent picture of what had happened, leaving them frustrated and increasingly uneasy. Several locals came forward with strange stories. Some claimed they saw a figure near the forest edge at the time of her disappearance. Others reported flickering lights in the trees, strange sounds, or even a voice calling for help, only to vanish when approached. Each account was disjointed, yet they collectively suggested something sinister lurking beyond the ordinary. Deacon's detectives examined Selene's life meticulously, her friends, colleagues, and past relationships, but found no threats or suspicious activity. Digital records showed no unusual contacts, messages, or meetings, yet the absence of evidence only deepened the mystery. Investigators faced the grim reality that some disappearances leave no trace, no trail, and no clear answers. Over time, theories circulated. Some believed it was a random abduction. Others suggested someone she knew had orchestrated it. Local legends about the forest's dark history even entered the conversation. A few suggested supernatural forces, though authorities dismissed such ideas. Each theory fueled fear, speculation, and uncertainty, keeping the community on edge for months. Selene's disappearance left a deep mark on her family. Her parents spoke of sleepless nights, endless hope, and crushing despair. Friends struggled to make sense of her absence, questioning every interaction they had with her in the days leading up to that walk. The community became hyper-aware of the forest's dangers, and ordinary routines were never the same again. Selene Creme's disappearance remains unsolved. Years have passed, but the questions linger. Did she wander too far into the forest? Was someone watching? Or did she vanish, leaving behind only memories and unanswered questions? In cases like this, the line between fact and speculation blurs, and the absence of answers becomes the heaviest burden. Her story serves as a haunting reminder. Even in quiet towns, darkness can hide in the most familiar places.